My name is Robert Brace and I want to welcome you to the 28-day challenge Fierce Form Principle. These are really the basics of form and correct posture during exercises. Now, as you get to know the 28-day challenge, you'll know this is one of the things I'm a stickler about, because excellent form means better results, injury prevention, better fat burning, and overall you'll carry it with you through the rest of your life. But I want you specifically to focus on getting the perfect technique. Take the time to get this because it will benefit you in ways you can't imagine. So buckle in, get your thinking caps on, start to focus on form. Do not rush through it. Make sure you perfect every single one of these moves. Let's get ready to go. First thing we're going to look at is proper standing posture. Making sure that your body is ready to perform the exercise correctly. So, standing posture. What we have here is Vanessa is going to stand to the side. And sometimes you'll see people and they'll round their shoulders forward. So Vanessa, go ahead and round those shoulders forward. And they'll put their hips backwards, so the hips will be swung backwards. This is bad beginning posture. What you want to do is bring these shoulder blades back so that they're in line and they're connected. You also want to pull in the abdomen and bring the hips forward so your hips are in line. The other thing that happens is you always want the abdomen to be engaged. Now, some people just let the abs go slack, the hips go forward, okay? Now, the way that you get good posture in your midsection, Vanessa's going to put her little finger on her hips, her thumb underneath her ribs. She's going to increase the distance between her hips and her ribs. Now this is key. She's going to pull her ribs all the way back and in. So pull the ribs in, good. So you see that they're connected. Then she's going to let her hands fall to the side. Her back is connected. You see the abs are engaged, and she's pushing her feet into the floor. So her feet are engaged, her abs are engaged, her back is engaged. What you'll see here is there's one line, and that line is the ear is over the shoulder, which is over the hip, which is over the ankle. You want to see that straight line in all of your posture work, especially before you begin an exercise. It means your core is engaged and it means you're in perfect alignment to stand. So I want you to remember this as you go through all of the exercises. Practice this form. You'll find at times your shoulders will roll forward, and you'll hear me say a lot, chest up, shoulders back. It means take your chest up, roll those shoulder blades back, and engage your abdomen. Next section is the squat. I want to show you how to do a very simple move, but if you do it the right way, you're going to get the maximum benefits. So here's a simple squat. First thing Vanessa's going to do is she's going to take her feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. For the purposes of keeping her back straight and her core engaged, she's going to bring her elbows forward, keeping her shoulder blades back and her abs nice and pulled up. Now, when she goes down into the squat, her knees are going to go directly over her feet. So come on down. Now, what you're going to see is her core is still engaged, her knees are in line with her toes. They're not turned in. Go ahead and turn them in. You don't want to see that in your squat. They're not too far out, and you don't want to see that. Her back is perfectly straight. She's right in the middle, and then she stands straight up. Legs are pulled up. Her core is still pulled up, and her shoulder blades are back. Go down again. Knees over the toes. She brings her hips up. Stand up. Core is nice and tight. So the core's still engaged and still working. Shoulder blades are back. One more time, and she comes all the way up. Abs are tight. This way, you're working your legs, your glutes, your core, and promoting good posture. The other thing you want to see here, again, we've got the ears over the shoulders, over the hips, over the ankles. Vanessa's going to go down, she's going to do a perfect squat, and you'll see her thigh is in line with the floor. Her thigh is parallel to the floor. As she comes up, her hips go forward, and she's still pulling up that core, shoulder blades are back. Let's go down again. Right thigh is parallel to the floor, the back is straight, the shoulder blades are back, hips went forward, abs are tight. One more time. Parallel, she stands up, go ahead, abs tight. That's how you do a perfect squat. Next move we're going to look at is how to perform the perfect lunge. Lunge is great for the thighs and the glutes, and don't forget, if you perform it correctly, you're always going to have your core engaged. So what's going to happen here, Vanessa's going to take one foot back, And when you perform this, you want to remember that beginning posture. The ears over the shoulders, over the hips. Now she's not going to be over the ankle, she's going to be over the knee this time. She's going to take one lunge, and all she's doing is simply dropping the back knee to the floor. There's one line all the way up. So do that again. She holds this position, one line all the way up from her knee to her hip, to her shoulder, to her ear. Now, here's how to do it incorrectly. She's going to go down into the lunge, and her knee is going to go past her toe. You never want the knee to go past the toe. You always want it to be in correct position, which is about here, okay? So let's show them how to do it incorrectly again. Over the knee and up. Show them how to do it correctly. She'll go straight down and up. The other thing you see is people swinging their hips all the way back in the lunge. So the hips are all the way back, their body's all the way forward. There's no line straight down. Her line is like this through her back. That's incorrect. Let's do it again the right way. And she drops her knee down and straight up, down and straight up. The other thing you need to see, you can turn to the front, is the knee is in one line when she does the lunge. So go straight down and straight up. It does not go inwards that way. Yep, it doesn't rotate inwards or outwards. It's in one line straight over the toe. That's how you do a perfect lunge, and if you notice, her core is always working. That's key, to keep the core engaged the whole time. Shoulder blades are back, one line from her ear to her shoulders to her hips. Practice it, get it right, because if you do, you will get so much more out of your squat and you'll avoid injury. The next thing is an overhead press. It's a very simple movement, but I want you to pay attention to certain details, all right? Vanessa is standing in that strong beginning stance. Her abs are pulled up, her back is shoulder blades are pulled back. She's pushing with her feet into the floor, and she's going to take her arm to 90 degrees, all right? This is preloading. All she's going to do is take that arm straight up, maintaining the posture in her back. But this is what you've got to pay attention to. As she takes this arm up, the opposite side of her body has to stabilize, okay, to perform that motion. What's happening here is as her arm goes up and down, you see this part of her abdomen working. So her abs are actually working in the overhead press. It helps create the lines here in her abdomen and also helps tighten up your abs if you're connected. If you do it disconnected, show how it's done disconnected, nothing is working, the abs are slack, and she's only just getting the work in her shoulders. When she's connected and her abs are connected, her posture is working. You see the ribs actually working, the abs fully engaged, as well as she's getting some great shoulder work. The arms go straight up, so she's getting a full range of motion. That is the way to add abs, form, and posture to a simple exercise like the overhead press. You're going to see that a lot in the work that we do. So learn this. It will add more to your workout. One of the most simple moves in the world, or seemingly simple, is the bicep curl. Surprisingly, even in this simple motion, sometimes the posture can be off or incorrect or ineffective. Vanessa's going to stand to the side. Sometimes what you'll see is people roll their shoulders forward and pull the bicep up, okay? Your bicep's still working, but it's not as effective, and you're reinforcing this bad posture. Sometimes they'll pull their elbows all the way back, their lower back will arch, and again, you are working the biceps here, but may not be as effective. For the purposes of what we're trying to accomplish here with perfect form in the 28-day challenge, you want to leave your elbows right by the side, perfect posture up, and you see how much more her bicep pops when her arms are right by the side, her shoulder blades are back, and they're not rolling forward. The other thing can happen is even when you get it right like this, you go all the way up, but as you come down, the shoulders roll forward. You lose your core and you lose your posture. So you keep those shoulder blades back, biceps by the side, push straight up, pull the abdomen up the whole time. You see the ears, over the shoulders, over the hips, over the ankles. This is perfect posture. Practice it. Practice, practice, practice. The next exercise we're going to look at is the classic push-up, okay? There are many things with this very simple exercise that can go disastrously wrong. We're going to look at the push-up on the knees, and what happens sometimes is people keep their butt up and all they're doing is taking their upper body down and not even keeping their shoulders over their hands, okay? So that's the first thing. The other thing people do is they do the huge back arch as they go down. And yes, okay? Still, the back is all the way arched. You may be going down on the arms a little bit more, but there's no tension in the core whatsoever. This is how it's done properly. Remember this, the shoulders must be over the middle of the hand. As she goes down, those shoulders go right down over the hand, okay? Her abdomen is tight and pulled in, and Vanessa, you can pull in even a little bit more in those abs. Yes, so those abs are always engaged. Shoulder blades are right over the hands. It's a straight line, and she's looking straight forward. That's how you do a great push-up on the knees. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the straight leg push-up. And the way to do it incorrectly is the hips are all the way up, shoulders are all the way bunched, no tension in the core whatsoever. What she's going to do is she's going to pull her abdomen, yes, she's going to pull her abdomen in nice and straight. See that straight line? She's getting the chest right over the hands. As she's pushing up, her core is still working. This is how you get a great push-up so that the triceps are working and the core. Practice it. Next exercise is very simple. It's called a dip. A common exercise for working the triceps. Unfortunately, some people perform this with less than excellent posture. Vanessa is going to show us how to do it correctly. So, she's going to take her legs out straight, and what happens sometimes is people round their shoulders, right? So you see how she's reinforcing that negative posture here. And as she pushes up, she keeps rounding those shoulders. That's exactly what you don't want. What you want is this, your shoulder blades go back. Let's start at the top, the shoulder blades are back. She goes down, she gets a perfect 90-degree angle here and pushes them straight up. Perfect 90-degree angle and straight up. If you want to make it slightly easier, you can pull your feet in slightly and then still practice it. Again, notice the ear over the shoulder, over the hip. She's still maintaining great form in the rest of her body. As her shoulder blades are back, she gets a 90-degree angle here and her triceps are working. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is a very basic plank position. So, Vanessa's going to go into a plank. And what you see sometimes is the back arch all the way up, and they're not holding on in the core. What she's going to do, she's going to take her hips underneath, her abs are going to pull all the way up, and those hips are going to go underneath, and you're going to hold that position. If you want to make it harder, you're going to bring your feet together and squeeze your inner thighs together throughout the whole plank position. That creates tension through the inner thighs, through the abdomen. Hold this position for 30 seconds to a minute. What we're going to look at now is a more complex movement that uses some of the simple movements you've been working on already. What we're going to do now is the squat to the bicep to the overhead press using all of the fierce force principles you've learned thus far. So, what happens is, in this position, she starts off with great standing position, squats down. As she stands up, she pulls the biceps in, abs are working. The arms go up over the head to an overhead press. Abs are still working, the arms come down and to the side. She goes down again, stands, abs are working, bicep, the overhead press, ribs are pulled in. Again, you see the ears over the shoulders, over the hips, over the ankles. She comes down into a squat, the hips go forward as she stands up, her abs are tight, biceps, overhead press. Brings it down again, slowly down to the biceps, fantastic. Up, curls, overhead press, and remember the thigh is parallel to the floor in the squat. Abs are tight here, biceps by the side, over the head, elbows by the side, and down. Perfect positioning in this exercise. It's a great all-over body move. You get your legs, your core, your shoulders, and your triceps, and if I'm correct, your heart rate goes up a little bit as well. Right, the next progression we're going to do is we're going to do a jump squat. You see this in a lot of DVDs out there, and it is a great way to injure yourself if you don't do it correctly. So please watch the form on this. We're going to show you how to do it incorrectly first. The first thing is Vanessa's going to do it, and she's going to slam her ankles into the floor. See how much sound that makes? That's what you don't want, okay? The next thing she's gonna do is she's gonna take her knees inwards as she lands. So as she lands, this is like a hospital case waiting to happen. Please don't do it anymore. Do not do things that way, because you will injure yourself. Now she's gonna do it correctly, and if you notice, the first 2 times you heard a lot of sound. Right now you don't hear any sound, because what she's doing is dropping her hips as she lands and keeping her knees over the toes. So what you're going to see is as she lands, she drops her hips, and that protects her knees and her ankles, works her thighs and her butt. That is the correct way to do a jump squat. Do not do it any other way. This next move that we're going to do is a step up. It's a little different from your normal step up, because what I'm going to have Vanessa do is she's going to maintain her body, her legs, in a 90-degree angle. This is one great way to tire out the thighs and get some definition working in there. What she does is she steps up and her leg here is at a 90-degree angle. She's just tapping her foot on top, but watch how she's straight in the back. This leg is at 90 degrees. You do 20 of these and you're really gonna feel it. But this form, the leg is just stabilizing at 90 degrees. One of the things we hear a lot is that crunches are bad for you. And that is correct if you do them incorrectly. But what I want to show you is a very simple way to do crunches the right way. Now, first of all, we're going to do it the wrong way. The shoulders are going to be way up by the ears, and Vanessa's actually pulling on her neck. This is what you don't want. You do not want to pull on your neck, okay? What you want to do is you want to keep your shoulder blades down on your back, they're nice and wide, her neck is going straight up, and all of the work is done in the abdomen. She's not throwing her neck forward, it's all here. And if you can see this, as she sits up, you see the ribs closing right here. Every time she comes up, the ribs close. That's exactly what you want to do. So again, if you perform the crunch the right way, then it can give you great benefits and great control in your midsection. So practice doing it the right way. Do not pull on your neck and do not throw your body up. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the basic plank and take it a step further to give you more definition in your core and more control in your core. Alright, Vanessa's going to go down to the basic plank position where her hips are tucked underneath. Good, hips up, good. Now what she's going to do is she's going to take her arms forward. See, nothing else moves, it's only her arms moving, her core is engaged. Excellent. A lot of times people move their hips from side to side. They almost do the salsa merengue thing while they're doing a plank position. This is not what we want to do. So Vanessa's going to demonstrate how to do it incorrectly. Reaches and you switch the waist. This is not working your abs. You're just moving the momentum of your body from side to side and then come back up. So, you've seen how to do it incorrectly, you've seen how to do it correctly. Now we're going to take our knees up to our elbows in the plank position. Right, this way you're continuing to work the abs in the plank. You get a little bit more in your obliques as you work it this way, and she's keeping her back straight, still maintaining that standing posture even while she's on the floor. These are 2 progressions from the basic plank movement that can add to your ab workout and create more definition and strength. All right, now what we're going to do is a little twist on a basic push-up. You've mastered the push-up basics, and now we're going to move on. We're going to go into a push-up position, and what Vanessa's going to do is she's going to hold the push-up at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and she pushes up. Down, 2, 2, 3, and she pushes up. Last one, she holds it, 3, 2, 3, and pushes up. The next thing she's going to do is she's going to give me 3 little bounces at the bottom of the push-up. This is a great way to tone up the chest and get more toning in the shoulders. Here she goes. 1, 2, 3, and push. 1, 2, 3, and push. 1, 2, 3, and push. Excellent. Practice those. You'll find them in all of my workouts, and they're a great way to add extra definition to the chest and shoulders, and your core is working like crazy during that movement. This exercise is the bounce squat. All you're going to do, take your arms forward, tighten your abs, and you're going to give me squats in bounces in the squat. That's all we're going to do, okay? You're going to give me 20 of those. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can continue doing bounce squats, or you can take it up to a little jump. So you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What we're going to do is ski lunges. Great move for your thighs and your butt, as well as engaging your core. You start by keeping your feet together, your hands are pressed together, and your abs are nice and tight, shoulder blades back. You sit as far down as you can onto that leg. You stabilize your left leg and take your right leg back and bring it in. Take it back, bring it in, take it back, bring it in. So we're going to do 12 of those on one side, 12 of those on the other. So now we're going to do side-to-side squats. I personally hate these, but they give you a great workout in your glutes, thighs, and hamstrings. We're going to squat, and we're going to move this way first. Squat, squat. Okay, moving side to side, keeping your core engaged. Now we're going to do tricep dips with a bounce in between. This is really going to fatigue your triceps and get you that nice line in the back of your arms. You start, keep your feet bent, keep your abs tight, and I want you to push out of the chair. So you're not slouched, you're all the way out. All right, you're going to give me 5 bounces. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze. All right, give me 4 more of those. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze. We're now going to do some overhead presses. Keep one hand by the side, chest up, shoulder blades back, abs tight. 1, 2, let's go for 15. 3, 4, abs tight the whole time. 5, squeezing your abs as you push up. 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 more, squeeze out those arms. Okay. All right, let's go for some lateral raises. Put the dumbbells in front. You're going to take your elbows up and down, keeping your chest forward. Abs tight. Really work those shoulders. Squeeze those deltoids. And 12. Next move is single arm rows to work your back, remembering your posture, activating your core. So you're going to take one leg back, take the knee down, chest is parallel to the floor. Keep your abs tight and pull that elbow back so you really work the back. All right, now we're going to do front shoulder raises, but in this series we're going to blast them. So we're going to do 20. All right, you're going to bend your knees, chest up, shoulder blades back, weight is in front of the thighs. Keeping your abs tight, you're going to lift 1 and down, and 2 and down. Do not throw your body around, okay? Keep your core nice and tight, all movements nice and controlled. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next set, alternating bicep curls. Keep it simple. Don't throw anything around. It's just the biceps moving. Keep it tight. Next move, very simple, tricep kickbacks. One leg back, what you want to do is take the elbow up, keep your abs tight, and you're going to squeeze the tricep back and go 1, push, 2, let's get to 10 here, 3, 4, 5, squeeze back there. 6, keep the elbow way up, abs nice and tight, fully extend. 1, squeeze it out. 2, 3, 4, get a good squeeze on the end. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Okay, very simple ab exercise that really targets the upper abs, gets them nice and tight. Very simple. You're going to roll onto your back. Take your feet straight up, okay? Now your arms, you want to be absolutely straight the whole time. You take it behind your head and you're going to reach for your toes every single time. As you touch your toes, you're going to squeeze those glutes every single time, okay? Are we ready? Here we go. You're going to give me 20 and you're going to make it fast. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. 10 more. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Arms straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Should feel that burning nice right in your abdomen. Next exercise is a plank, taking the knees up to the elbow. Self-explanatory and very simple. You go into a plank position, your hips are underneath, you take your knee up to your elbow. What you want to try and do is bring your knee on the inside edge of that elbow. Okay, inside edge of the elbow. 3, tighten the abs as you come up. 4, you keep the tailbone down. 5, 6, 7, 8, you should be feeling it now. So this next exercise is fist crunches, because we're going to make a double fist right here. You're going to keep your back nice and rounded, go down as far as you can. It's a small movement, just using your core. Just here and down, and here and down. You're just going to feel the core engaging. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, I'm down here because we're about to do an exercise which is obviously on the floor, but it's great at targeting your core, okay? Wow, that rhymed. Okay, here we go. Yeah, onto your back, arms are straight, knees are up. Take your legs out. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you want to keep your abs up and your head up, supported by your abdominals. Give me 10 of these. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always keeping your abs controlled. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job, guys.